recording the class, so I can just put it on my YouTube. None of your images or names are recorded. Plus, it's a good way to take a class during the week if you'd like. Anyway, happy standard time. Back to standard time. It's good to see you. This is how you applaud on Zoom, as you shake your hands like this. Woohoo! Wow, good turnout. My very best friends. Let's relax, restore, regenerate. Let's keep it easy. The absence of effort is key. Hands to our beautiful hearts. Drop your chin. And if you would indulge a prayer, affirmation, invocation, intention, God, love, source, being, infinite, higher organizing presence, whatever you like to be called today. Bless us with the light, wisdom, and insight we need today. Not yesterday's insight, not tomorrow's insight, but the download of love and light and truth and life that we need today to be happy, joyous, and free. Amen. Now, that's a serious aiming of our soul. That's a good thing. Consciousness aims at infinite potential and shapes reality. Whoever designed that, I bow and humble myself to. Okay, lean back on your hands, kind of comfy. Pause back here. Walk your hands back a little bit. Now turn your little fingers to the inside and thumbs on the outside. And very simply, let your elbows bend backwards. Drop your chin, close your eyes, and just feel your chest sort of caving or hammocking in to your wrists and elbows, eyes closed, chin drops. We're just gathering our rosebuds while they last. Feel the stretch of your hands, your wrists, your forearms. Maybe a little ujjayi breathing at the back of your throat. We're not trying to get somewhere. We're going to get here. Good. Now, walk your hands in a little closer. Exhale all the air out. And just a mild stretching of the hips up. Nothing extreme today, okay? We'll do extreme on Saturdays and Mondays. Lift up your bottom. Stretch your chest. Exhale and come on down. Good, and they're off to the races. Inhale up for an Om together. Om, parting the Red Sea, I call it. Om, putting it back together. Om. Please drop your chin, eyes closed. Now, I invite you wholeheartedly to pray for the thing most wanted or needed in your life right now. Pray with at least a mustard seed of faith that it's on the way. Be honest with God. Don't sell yourself short. Good. Now press send on your prayer. Send it off. And let's remember to let go of any preconceived notion of how that should happen or dictate to God the best way. Isn't it true that most of the best things that have ever come into our lives have come seemingly out of the blue or from out of left field? That's when we're willing and open. Good. We'll relax our paws down. Now, we'll pull back on our hip flesh a little bit, same cross of our legs, and a very mild, peaceful yin style 38-second forward fold. Just enjoying being in this beautiful body that God has blessed us with. Maybe you might want to move your hair around a little bit. Some spiritual systems seem to think of the body as a curse or a burden, but Maybe it's a fabulous, phenomenal gift that allows us to play in 3 dimensions. Even God can't play in 3 dimensions. So we're God's representative in 3 dimensional form. Now from fingertips, long spine, inhale, look forward at your bright future. Long spines. Exhale, just relax a little deeper. No rush, shoulder blades spread apart. No important thoughts to think, no plans to plan, no schemes to scheme, no escapes to think of. It takes bravery, courage, diligence to be quiet, to go inside. Next inhale, come on up. Just a regular inhale. We don't have to ohm every time, just inhale. Exhale out. Good, now let's switch the cross of our leggies. Now again, little fingers on the inside, thumbs on the outside. Walk your hands back pretty far. And then the feeling of elbows bending backwards, wrists bending, chin dropping, chest caving, eyes closing, mind quieting. Pull your shoulders back a little. Yeah, feel that. Slow, steady, patient sensation. This allows us to get to know our body layer by layer. Good, now walk your hands in a little bit. Exhale. And champagne bottoms and caviar rears, but a gentle version. Just bottoms up, head back, chest up through your shoulders now. Exhale and come on down. Good, we'll walk our spines back tall again. Chanting is a beautiful thing to do with your friends, isn't it? Inhale. Hands on your knees, drop your chin. Now, it's my pleasure to remind you that just because we're in different rooms, it doesn't mean that we're not together. Proximity is the weakest form of connection. You can live in the same house with somebody and be 1,000,000 miles apart, and somebody could be on the other side of the planet and you could feel them intimately, yes? So feel that cosmic connection that's not dependent upon proximity. This is why 2 or more gathered is such a powerful spiritual blessing. We gather in spirit. Inhale here. Exhale and gentle forward fold. We're keeping it groovy and movie. We're taking our time, not bouncing. Sometimes you like to do it slow. Shoulder blades relax, hair soft. Relax your neck. Cultivating a mood. Okay, now from fingertips, we're going to grow our spines like curious turtles. Inhale, look forward. Good. And maybe just a little deeper, just a little deeper. We're learning to enjoy the subtleties of life. Usually, when we're younger, we like sledgehammers of sensation, don't we? And then as we get a little older, a little wiser, maybe, it's these gradations, these shades that are so pleasing. It's hard to convince the kids of this, and we probably shouldn't. There's a time for everything. And next inhale, come up, friendly friends. Okay, arm and shoulder beauty. Inhale up. Exhale out to the side. Arms forward, palms up. Pull in. Brush. Inhale around to the front. You might say these movements actually have a hypnotic element to them. And you might say, really, hypnosis? And what do you mean by that, Greg? Hypnosis simply meaning the ability to focus deeply on something. Good, then palms pull in. Put your thumb inside your fist gently, drop your chin. Now let's say today that we are calm and peaceful souls. Every day we go to a river of bliss and peace and joy, and it's like we dip a piece of silk into it, and every day the piece of silk picks up a little more of the color of the river. Push pause forward. Go out. Circle back. We'll circle back, as they say. Brush your kidneys. Go forward. And go out. And go back. Brush hypnotically. Circle back. Brush. Come on up. And release out with your angel wings. Now I'm going back to my original cross just because it's the one that it's the easier seat for me. This is where the elite meet to find the easier, more accommodating seat. Now, what are we going to do about these head and necks? Let's just take our head off, and just kidding. But we will put our right fingers on the back left corner of our head. We'll draw our pumpkins down and to the right. Our chins will relax down. Shoulders heavy. Mind light. Eyes closed. Mouth soft. Out beyond the constraints of right thinking and wrong thinking, there's a field. I'll meet you there. Now, our physical bodies are sitting in our physical rooms, but our spiritual bodies can move out to a field and join together. Drop your chin a little more. Good, my lovelies. Now this thing clicks back up. Left finger's back right corner. And slow hand, head tilts, chin drops, head tilts, chin drops, shoulders relaxed, drooly mouth. Wear your beautiful face you were wearing before your parents met. That was not our beginning. I think we know that deep in our intuition. That was the beginning of our physical self, but it was by no means the beginning of our big self. Isn't there great freedom and liberation in knowing that? All good things come to those who wait. Good, then we'll click the coconut back up. I don't know about you guys, but I have to do these sorts of movements at least 2 or 3 times a week in this slow, patient fashion, because I tend to run a little fast. Drop your chin, 4 neck rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enjoy 4 more, other way. Today, my spiritual reading by my favorite spiritual author was What's the Rush? Everybody's in a hurry to get to the graveyard. We burn ourselves out. We live in anxiety. We don't have to. Good, and 4, please drop your chin down, close your eyes, make ujjayi breathing at the back of your throat. Stop thinking. Lose your mind. I'll meet you there. So much ecstasy just waiting to come in. Good, shoulders. 1, 2. Now don't forget to polish your knees. I got a penchant for polished knees. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. Other way. Have we done these movements before? Of course we have. But we haven't done them today, not together. We've never lived this day before. 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. Exhale out. Arms forward, friends. Palms for alms, palms up. Lean into thy palms. Close your eyes. So much of this is eyes closed, isn't it? It's visceral rather than visual. We're so addicted to our vision, and it makes us feel separate. You're over in your meat vehicle, and I'm over here in mine, when viscerally we're so much more connected than separate. What exactly does it feel like to be you right here, right now? Can you let that feeling up? Can you go into it? Can you listen to your feelings the way a mother would listen to their 4-year-old child? Oftentimes, our bodies are dying to be heard, to be listened to be acknowledged, to be affirmed. Okie doke, come up out of that. Hands are all bent. We'll fix it. Sit country style. Arms out. Internal rotation. Up our back. Armpits, armpit hands, elbows inside your knees. And squeeze your knees, please. And cuddle your head down into your heart. And make a protective egg for yourself. This is your prayer capsule. We can go into this at any moment. No one can hurt or damage us or affect us when we develop a sufficient prayer capsule. Until we do develop this, we're quite vulnerable and it's susceptible, but we've been at the game for a while now. Relax your head, relax your neck. That's also bowing our head to something greater. Okie dokie. Now, feet together, arms up. 3 poofs together. Up your back. Poof. Now, poofing is nice, but can you enjoy the journey up your back, the build up behind your neck? We all like poof, right? But isn't the build up every bit as good? One more. Up your back. Enjoy the journey behind your neck. Poof. Friendfully wag your knees a little bit. Good. Now squeeze your knees together. Now this is a favorite position of 4-year-olds, maybe not older than that. Pull your heels into your bottom. Now my lower back is grouchy today, so I'm not going to wrap too tight. I'm going to actually take my own advice today and kind of easy does it. But if you're able to fold yourself into small little positions, enjoy it. Really wrap your arms around your shins. Maybe cross your wrists and grab your feet. Do float your head up. Do relax your shoulders. Do close your eyes. And do connect with that innermost. Yogis say we have 5 layers of our being. Annamaya kosha, physical body. Pranamaya kosha, energy or emotional body. Manomaya kosha, thought body. Vinyamaya kosha, wisdom body. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, Anandamaya kosha, bliss body. Now, a beautiful thing is to feel all 5 of them at the same time, not just one to the exclusion of all the rest, but an inner penetration or a connection of all of those sheaths of our being. That, my kids, my friends, is when you are a city on the hill. Okay, now a little bit of fun broke out. For this one, I'm going to honor my lower back and make a neck pillow. On your back, Now to protect my lower back, I'm just gonna plump my neck up a little bit. That relaxes my tail feathers. Knees in, grab your big toes. And happy baby for 45 seconds. You're a bit of an exceptional person if you will do yin yoga and put your body in these hieroglyphs, these physical prayers, and simply be in them for a sufficient spell of time. So we feel our physical layer, our tight hips. We feel our energy body, the sensation of that. Our thoughts are obviously apparent to us. But then there's our wisdom body and our bliss body. Let's find that. Now, with patience, do you feel your hips releasing? Do you feel your knees dropping? Do you feel your tail feathers sinking? Do you feel the back of your neck releasing? About 5 more breaths. Okay, now with happiness, just release your feet up to the ceiling. And we're going to do laying on our back, legs up, pose for about 1.5 minutes. Viparita Karani, letting circulation reverse, so to speak, relaxing our heart, and yet certainly strengthening our body to some degree. Some people can't lay on their back with their legs up. This is why the fluid builds up and the very, very close veins happen to people. And it doesn't have to happen to us if we just honor our body with intelligent movement and posture. Shoulders relaxed. If your legs fatigue, that's understandable. You can bring them down, but over time, you'll develop the capacity to keep your legs up without any problem for as long as you want, really. But now just widen your legs out to say about a 45 to 60 degree angle. Stir your ankles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now bend your knees, bring your knees in together, lift up your head, hug your knees in, and take your knees down to the right without crossing your knees, a simpler version today. Now, this is where the blanket underneath the head is essential. And because we're not crossing the knees, it's an easier, more yin style twist, but it still might be strong for you. Now, if you're extra flexible and your left arm comes all the way down easily, that's wonderful. Otherwise, maybe we move the left fingers a little closer into our spine, and we give our spines 1 minute to release, relax, and restore, open to the left. Even though this may seem like the easiest kind of yoga, for me, it's the hardest kind because I want to go faster. I want to do it stronger.
I want to be more aggressive. I want to be more yang, more male. And this just cultivates that inner yin. We all have it. We all have yang, we all have yin. And we wait for it. The answers, my friends, is blowing in the wind. This helps get at that deep chronic soreness that a lot of people feel when you're, say, older than 40. Helps to dissipate it, relieve it, and alchemicalize it into feel good. Three more breaths. Good. Now, biggest, deepest inhale you got. Exhale, melt open like cats twisting on couches in sunbeams. Good. Let's bring our knees back up. Good. Now, we'll put our feet down for a moment. We'll square up our body, get it all back in the right place. Knees come back in. Knees hug in, but gently. And then knees down to the left. Simple, but profound. Now, left hand pins your knees down. Open out to the right, but gently. Be easy with it. And if you do the possible, God, yoga will do the impossible. And at least a minute and a half. This is the promise of the Sunday yoga. Drop in. Let the volume of the breath increase. Finish the exhalations all the way. We are calm and relaxing souls. Good. You feel it sinking in? Feel yourself going through the layers of your being toward wisdom body and bliss body. It would be silly to have that available and not go there. Okay, biggest, deepest inhale you got. Exhale, relax about a decade of stress and anxiety out of your nervous system. Let it go. Okay. That segment is done. Let's extract ourselves up out of that. And we'll just come back to sitting for a moment as a transitional. Boy, that felt good. Boy, it's good to find friends patient enough to do that together. I think that's very healing. Let's chant a smooth, beautiful Om together. Inhale. Om. Anjali Mudra, prayer hands, drop chin. And I know you guys know exactly what I mean when I say silent, nonverbal prayer, just the prayer of visceral felt connection. Not beseeching God with any demands, but abiding in the presence and the connection that's always there. And from this place of connection, concentric circles of peace and joy and wisdom radiate out from us. The world needs that. The world needs you. One time, a mentor of mine said, Greg, the world does not need your judgment, but it sure could use your love. That guy was always saying irritating things to me like that. Roky doke. Okay, kids. Now, let's all fours it, shall we? You can put the blankie underneath your knees. And some groovy movie cats and cows, because we all like the cat and cow movement. It stimulates our Shiva Shakti. We don't have to do it fast like Kundalini. We can just do it slow, patient, and steady, up and down, riding the wave of life. Good. Now let's come up into our best Halloween cat and just hold that. Drop your chin, curve your tailbone under. Good, and then sink down into Halloween cow, not forcing it, but letting your chest sink, tail feathers high. Good, now careful on this one. If you're a tight person, just your elbows. And if you're a little bendier, cats, forehead is a nice resting place. If you're wicked flexible, you can be on your throat, but tail feathers high. Really sinks in, doesn't it? Doesn't this just go through layers? We're so addicted to our outer layer and just bouncing around. But if we take some time
we can integrate these 5 great sheaths, layers of our being. That is the best of all worlds. Your bliss informs your wisdom informs your thinking informs your emotions, and your emotions build your body. Okay, now we're gonna crawl out of that one, and we're gonna get up on our hands. We're gonna walk our knees back a little ways, and then our hands slightly forward. And then we're just gonna circumnavigate our globes around about 6 times. Magellan your bottom, oscillate your buns. Obviously, there's a certain happiness with this one as you take it around, moving your groovy other way. What makes this movement so special? The intention, the wisdom, the patience, the peace, and the peeps that you're doing it with. 6, 7, 8. Good. Now, please walk your knees in and hands in so you're in a good, solid, stable, all fours protocol. Please take your right arm out to the side and thread your right arm underneath, right shoulder, right ear, right elbow, and your left hand right in front of your face. Now, when we do aggressive yoga, there's really strong things to do out of this. But today, it's this. It's a twist. It's an inversion. It's a shoulder stretch. It's spinal extension. It's a neck stretch. And blah, blah, blah. Now, if you don't need your left hand to support, take your left arm up and just tuck it around behind your back. If you find that's too much pressure on your neck, keep your left paw in front of your face. And now let this pose have its way with you. It's challenging, isn't it? It's challenging. It's intriguing. It's adventuresome. And it's connecting these 5 layers of our body. Some people go their whole life just feeling the outer layer. Life is very material, very circumstantial. Doesn't have to be that way. Three more breaths. Let it sink in. It's doing stuff to you. Boy, I need this one. My shoulders. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, left arm back up to the ceiling. Touch the face of God. Bring left paw down. Extract out of curious position. A couple, 3 cats and cows to get dent out of your body. Dents. Some poses leave an impression. Some poses leave a dent. Good. Now from stable, all 4, ready to go deep together. Want to go deep? Left arm out. Thread thy needle. Easier for a camel to go through an eye of the needle than a blah, 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 blah. Now, keep your right hand down for a moment. Try to balance front of body and back of body. Let sufficient appropriate weight sink into neck, face, chest, buns high. Now, only if your right hand behind your body serves the position, do that. If it doesn't, don't. Arm up if you want. Right arm tucks way around behind. And now I got you right where I want you. Opening up into bliss body, wisdom body, emotional body, thought body, physical body. Imagine having all of those bodies aligned, accepting, coherent, coordinated, synchronized. You would be unstoppable in the world as you are designed to be. Three more breathings. See how you need this? Right arm up, right paw down, extract out. Couple cats, couple cows. Now, you know what's going to feel good after that is to counterpose by simply laying your body out and just be on your elbows. Now, my friend Carolyn taught me, I didn't really believe it, that just being in Sphinx pose, elbows underneath your armpits, chest stretching and releasing forward, is yin yoga. Now, of course, you might press into your elbows and feel slightly more back bendy, but I don't think you have to when you're doing yin. I think you can just feel your spine elongate. You can feel your chest and heart release forward. You can definitely feel the shoulder blades down your back, away from your ears. You can feel your collarbones spreading, your throat softening. I can feel a lot of things, kids. I was born with a lot of feels inside of me. So were you. That's why we found each other. Wait for it. Now, squeeze your butt cheeks as hard as you can. You probably were anyway. Squeeze thy butt cheeks. Exhale, relax thy bunnage. Somewhere in the scriptures it says, squeeze thy butt cheeks, I'm sure. Good. Push into your elbows. Get a little more spinal extension, just a wee bit. Don't jam, but do it. Good. Now, this one might seem too easy. Just cross your right forearm in front of you, bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand, and grab your left ankle. Now, if you're a bendy person and want to lift your left knee a little, I'm going to give you permission to do that. But since it's yin, what I'd recommend is strong out of your right elbow, chest forward, eyes open, and just hold the pose. For most humans that aren't gymnasts or contortionists, this yin pose does a lot. And then finally, if you just want to lift your right thigh a little, just for a moment, feel that left shoulder blade draw down your back. We can feel many things when we connect the 5 layers of our body. Inhale. Exhale, release all of that. Shake your legs, wiggle your booty a little bit, wiggle. Good. Now left forearm crosses in front of you, right knee bends, right hand simply grabs right ankle. Now, if you happen to be a very flexible human, you can play a little bit and you can lift your chest and lift your right knee. But for most of us, to exert the left elbow in, let the chest release forward, let the right foot sort of release back, stretching the front right part of your body, closing your eyes. This is the one way that most modern humans never stretch their body. They never stretch the front of it. Well, they really don't stretch anything, but some people do stretch the back of the body.
but never the front. And well, that's a recipe for dysfunction. Lift your left thigh up a little bit if you want. Maybe your right knee a little, but it's yin today. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Good. Now on exhale, I want you to crawl your arms out in front of you as far as they'll go for spinal release. Bring your hands into prayer. Bring your ankles into prayer and rest on your forehead for 30 seconds. You might feel your hands sliding out further, creating the great modern spinal decompression that everybody's talking about. Good. Now one more spinal decompression, and then we'll come into the home stretch. Elbows underneath your armpits. Fold your toes under. Keep your knees down. Bring your elbows 1 inch more forward. Toes are folded under, knees are down, and just lift your tum and your bum, not your knees. And as you suck your guts up and lift your bum, you're decompressing your spine. You're getting circulation, fluid, blood to circulate into the discs of your spine. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up out of that. Press yourself up out of situation. And this is where the elite meet to return onto their seat as the class nears complete. But let's sit together if you would. Now a finishing pose for calm and peace and rest. Left leg out, right ankle over the top, left shin folds under. This is the best. This is the best of yin. Arms out. Right arm under. Now I want you to hug yourself, and actually I want you to love yourself lots, okay? You are a precious, valuable, one-of-a-kind being. Fold up your arms and up and down with your elbows to get traumas out of your shoulders and neck and back. That's where painful patterns of perception go, thinking they can hide from us. But we will dig out the devil, kids, left and right. Good. Now, please to take your elbows all the way to the right, face all the way to the left, tilt your head to the left, drop your chin, and say with this powerful group of combined souls, we are calm and peaceful souls. Wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate calm, peace, bliss, love, joy, serenity through your beings. Good. Now hold perfectly still for 20 seconds. Let it in. Thank you, God, love, source, being, infinite, higher organizing principle, for drenching and dousing me with blessings, love, and feel goods. Good. Bring it back to the center. These are the thoughts that I think. I know they may sound unusual or strange, but I think they might sound wise. Extend your right leg out. Come out of the pose. Left ankle over your right knee. Right shin folds in. Big angel wing hugs. Left arm under, Now make out with yourself, at least go steady with yourself. Oh, yeah. Fold up your arms, ups and downs and lefts and rights with your elbows. Get thee hence, Satan. Dig out the crap that's accumulated inside of us. It may have had a foothold or a stronghold for a while, but no more. Now, elbows all the way to the left, face all the way to the right. Tilt your head to the right. Drop your chin. We are calm, peaceful souls. We have an unshakable inner sanctum of perfect peace to which we may retire and enjoy at any moment. And no one, no thing can take that from us ever again. Okie doke. And then pause back to the center. And one bit of reflexology to open our hearts. Thumbs massage middle, center, bottom of feet. Go kind of deep to that provocative, spicy place. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Good. Now hold steady pressure. Do relax your shoulders. Do open your heart. And do chant Om together one more time to connect. Prayer hands for a moment. Perfect silence, stillness. One moment of perfect silence and peace is worth 4 million moments of mindless activity. Okay, I will hold space for 6 beautiful, restorative, relaxing Shavasana minutes for you. Please make it extra feel-good style as we move into winter, shorter days, more blankets, more pillows, more self-soothing, more release, more regeneration. I be quiet for 6 minutes. Okay, stay in the pose, relax, open even more. And this is the Church of Greg, such as it is. It's an opportunity, if you'd like, to invite God, love, source, spirit, infinite mind into your being, if you'd like. Always a choice, never coercion, never forced, always an act of free will. Good. And if you prayed that prayer with me, wiggle your fingers and toes, circulate large volumes of love and bliss and feel good, truth, beauty, light, and peace through yourself. Let these 5 layers of our body resonate with love, if you will. I will. Good. Nice deep breath back in your body. Curl onto your right side, nice and slow. Love all over yourself. I insist. But then with eyes closed to keep the creamy filling on the inside, we'll sit up together, slow and peaceful, cultivating the mood. And we'll sit together. And with our eyes closed and our hands at our heart, even though our physical bodies are in different places, we can feel these deeper layers of our being connecting, resonating, interpenetrating. We're so much more one than we are separate. E pluribus unum. Good. And in this marvelous, magnificent feeling of connection, all together we say, Namaste. Namaste. Okay, my friends,